Welcome, Virgo, to Rays of Hope, Rainbow Light, Love, and Healing Tarot. For those of you who are returning and subscribed, thank you so much. And those of you who have just arrived, subscribe. We do all different types of readings here on relationships, and you could read my description box. You know, I've been a healer for many years, 30 years, and I want to bring my work into the tarot. So we do a lot of different readings here, energy updates, moon cycles. I just did one yesterday on these are compilations of messages that I have received through my meditations in this past year on from the star families, the spirit guides, and the ancestors who guide me. Okay, so Virgo, I think the last 2 weeks there's definitely been a great change in your relationship. I feel that you are definitely thinking more about what you don't want in your life and what you do want, and that you're taking it easy, taking it slow, and really trying to heal the parts of you that might have been woken up. You know, this is how we heal ourselves, through contrasts, you know, and it brings up shadows. It brings up things that we need to look at and understand that these are parts of us that need to have more light into them, right? When we're blocked, when we're hurt, frozen, you know, you're a diamond shaped. You know, your energy field is like a diamond, clear. And so when we have fractures within it, light can't get in there. So it could be anywhere in our bodies. It could be in our chest, in our stomach, anywhere where we have a block. And you'll know you may have pain there. But no, those are sometimes energy blocks. So anything that comes up that's been triggered or reflected back to you by someone is a gift in a way for you to look at within yourself. So let's get with your reading, Virgo. That's enough. But if you wanted to read more, check out my website. And there's many healers here who also talk about the same knowledge. And, well, just check it out. So here we go, Virgo. What is going on in this cycle for you? And know that it's going to be, of course, I think it's September 21st. There's going to be an eclipse, of the sun, right? So usually that's the dark night of the soul. It's a metaphor, of course, but it is a potential for spiritual reset, okay? So here we go. Okay. It says, trust the journey, divinely guided. So I feel that you've been definitely out there, as I said, maybe in a self-healing or deep meditations or looking at new perspectives. And, you know, when you trust the journey, it's about being in the unknown, because the only way you could know the next step is by being in the moment, because it's the moments that create our future. So being in the moment, trust the journey, even if you don't know, just take in energy for yourself, instead of giving it out. Okay, take your time. So let's see what else is going on here that I can see, or that Spirit would want to share with you. Okay, the cards have been shuffled many times, but I'll just give it one more. So for Virgo, let's see. We have the King of Cups. Here, look at him. There he is, the King of Cups. Then we have, the star. I love that, in the heart. That's a beautiful energy in the heart right now. That tells me a lot. There's some definitely emotional maturity going on here. I feel that you definitely are getting back some of your energy that you might have given out too much of. And in the heart right now, I can't wait to tell you this, but it looks like the worst is over. With the star in the middle, there's a sense of hope and optimism for you, and that the worst is over. And you definitely have been praying or meditating, or definitely, looking deeper into the process of what happened in this past month or two with the relationship that just wasn't going anywhere. And then here, in the potential, is the 10 of Pentacles, which is, a wonderful energy. That's all about, finding the right one. And sometimes I think right now the long-lasting union is with yourself right now, to learn, to understand, to really take your time in figuring out what is it that is going to sustain your relationships. What is it that you don't want in your relationships anymore? And these are the things, you have to really look at. It's not just about physical attraction. It's about spiritual, heart, mind. There's so much involved. So here we go for Virgo. What else? We have the Two of Swords coming in under the King of Cups, which I feel there's some choices here that you definitely are creating on a list. You're making choices. And when you have that emotional maturity, when you're kind of getting back, who you really are, I feel that you're going to make better choices ahead, really. And then we have the Queen of Wands in the heart. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so you're really looking forward to a new beginning. I feel that you definitely have that passion still within you. You want to share your passion with someone. You're extremely ready, but take your time in finding the right one. And, there definitely could be coming in the near future, someone that you are definitely going to have a spark with. There's ambition here. You definitely are ambitious, but take it slow. Take time, take your time here, because with the Queen of Wands in the heart, to me, there's ambition here. She's very adventurous. That energy that makes us, want to take risks and excitement, and being in the unknown, But as far as the Ace of Wands here, this is definitely a potential for a new spark. If you keep going in this direction of really contemplating what it is that's going to make you happy and making a list, what you want and what you don't want, is the most important thing you could do right now, Virgo. The most important thing, because I feel that the future is going to definitely be, this is like your turning point in your life. That's what I feel. It's a turning point that you finally decided that you want to settle down. And so make the right choices, right? With the Two of Swords, make the right choices. And then we have Temperance. We have the Devil. Oops. And then we have Judgment. So there's a lot of information here. Excuse me, while I pick up my crystal. There's a lot of information here, Virgo. I feel with Temperance, it's definitely about, patience and harmony and balance. The most important thing, I mean, if you haven't seen my video from yesterday that I did for the collective, I put a piece in there about the divine masculine and divine feminine. So here, patience, harmony, and perfect balance. The balance has to be within ourselves as well, with the divine feminine, the divine masculine, because the divine feminine, of course, she's the empress. She is love in manifestation through nature's aspects, all of nature. She's a healer, she's tender, she's compassionate. But we also, as the feminine energy, is that. We also need the masculine, divine masculine energy within us to focus, to be confident, to be grounded in that energy, okay? And it's the same with the divine masculine, who does not use the sword, no ego, but he is a confident, he is wise in wisdom, he's a leader, he's a protector, and he uses the heart of his compassion to lead others, to help others, okay? It's not with the sword. So these are the two energies we have to balance within ourselves to know that, we can always make the best choices in our life, okay? So check yourself out once in a while. Are you using your too much of the sword, or are you using too much of the kind of kindness and letting people step all over you? No, we don't want that, right? So Temperance, patience, harmony, balance, important. Then we have the Devil here in the heart, which he comes up all the time in these readings, and it's all about the shadow. My video yesterday is all about that as well. I think you'll learn a lot. If you have the time, check it out. The Devil alerts us to shadows. So that's another thing here in the heart to look at any destructive behaviors, in others as well as in yourself. Don't, accept things that you feel would not be for yourself, that you wouldn't choose for yourself. So make better choices on those type of issues. So the devil's here to alert us to the shadow, to look at it and dissolve some of the things. And, when we dissolve some of the shadow, it's because we are awakened to it. And we are awakened to it, then more light gets in there. Okay, and then that becomes more wholesome. We become more whole instead of fractal, instead of fracted, instead of being fracted, fracted or fractual. It's like, the piece of the puzzle finally fits in perfectly, when you dissolve that block or anything. So know that there's a great potential, especially, like I said, the night, the night of the soul, the dark night of the soul, which is, like I said, you don't have to wait for the full moon to work on yourself. And then we have the judgment here, which I feel, any past actions that could have, kept you from finding the best in your life is now going to be cleared. I feel you're working on it, Virgo. I really, really do. And I'm so, I feel happy. This may not be for all of you, but for a lot of Virgos here who might be watching this, I feel that you are definitely going through this. And there could be a definite renewal of love. It's right under the Ace of Wands. So in the potential, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Judgment card. And I feel that these outcomes, these potentials, will definitely manifest themselves if you keep on with whatever you're doing right now. Whatever you're doing is a great change. It's you. It's all about you right now. So let's throw out some Scarlet. Let's see if there's anything that Spirit wants you to be aware of right now. I'm sorry, I have no room here in my table here. Okay, so let's see what Scarlet energy here, that maybe some other energy that, look at all these cards that are falling, but we're not going to use them because that's not what I do. It's my own. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here. So let's see what else we can put out here for you, Virgo. Let's see what else. What else can we kind of add to this reading? Let's see, what else can we add? Okay, this is going to be a good one. Whenever it's tight like that, I know it's shuffled good. All right, for Virgo, what is the Scarlet energy here? Okay, so make sure that whoever you choose here on this table is not a player, that you find someone who's ready to settle down, okay? Make sure of that. This is like kind of a warning. This is like a red flag. If you're trying to make a choice right now, take your time because, you don't want to be involved with a player. So that is kind of interesting, very interesting. All right, let's see if there's any angel numbers that could add to this energy here. So take your time, one step at a time, be in the moment. Look at that list that you're making that is kind of saying, what do I want? What do I don't want? What is going to make me happiest? And you make yourself happy, then the world is an oyster. It is your oyster. Okay, so here we go. Oh, we got all fours. All fours. Wow, benefits, results, reflection, completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is really cool that this is coming up. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Yes, Virgo, keep driving towards your goals with a positive, self-loving attitude and really pay attention to what it is that's coming your way in the moment. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. Oh my God, yeah, the reward of the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Judgment card, the renewal of love. So let's see if the Whispers of Love want to add to this for you, Virgo. I think this is a very positive reading that's going forward in your process of love. Finding the right one. Yeah, okay. So for the Whispers of Love, treasure your loved ones, Virgo. And I know you do, but it's important to love others very deeply, okay? No superficial love can really last. So I hope and wish you the best of light and love in your life, Virgo. Leave me a comment and hope to see you again. Bye-bye now.